Argentina faced off with hedge funds today in a New York appeals court over whether they should pay a small group of bondholders the full value of their bonds. A lower court judge has already ruled that Argentina must pay, but the nation is refusing to do so. Nathan King attended the hearing and brings us this report.
Argentinian President Cristina Fernández de Kirchner has called them vultures. And in a bid to get paid, the hedge fund NML Capital managed to get this Argentinian ship impounded off the coast of Ghana for 2 months at the end of last year. But it's in this New York courthouse where a panel of judges heard oral arguments in a case that stems back to Argentina's $100 billion bond default in 2001. At issue is whether the appeals court upholds a previous order that requires Argentina to pay a group of investors, headed by New York billionaire Paul Singer, full value on their bonds, while other investors already took losses amounting to nearly 30 cents on the dollar. Frustrated with Argentina's refusal to pay the full value on the contested bonds, a judge ordered the banks handling Argentinian debt payments not to pay anyone unless Singer's fund is paid in full, an unprecedented ruling contested by other U.S. holders of Argentine debt, as well as the U.S. government.
So that means that a bank may find that if they're working with the government, they could be legally held in contempt in their U.S. operations. That really speaks to the whole fabric of how international finance works.
While the Argentinian bond case is unique in many ways, there are fears this case could encourage more so-called vultures or holdouts in the bond market and make other countries' debt restructuring more difficult in the future.
The concern is basically that sovereign restructurings in the future will face a higher hurdle to be successful because more investors will deny participation, given that they have potentially another way to get full claims back.
While U.S. officials are critical of the way Argentina has handled its economy, they believe that if this case, as expected, is upheld on appeal, it could cause severe disruption in the bond market. There are also fears that this case could drive a big chunk of the bond business here in New York to other financial hubs like London. Nathan King, CCTV, New York.